Hello, it's Fellonius the old yapper. Let's talk about favorite fruits. Fruits are good. Now, when I was a little one, I didn't like fruits as much. Well, bananas. I liked bananas, I know that. And I didn't really like the apples or the other stuff. I've never liked oranges as much. I can eat them. I can eat many of them, but I really don't like them. However, if I get oranges, I usually press them into juice, and I like that a lot. So what is my favorite fruit? Well, at the moment, it's clementines. Clementines is some sort of hybrid mix between mandarins and sweet oranges. They are smaller, and they are so good. I mean, if I ever get pregnant, I'm going to have a craving for clementines. I can tell you that much. Now, that's not going to happen, so I'm just having the craving anyway, just in case. Because I can eat like a pound easily. I mean, I can just sit and eat. Yeah, but my stomach doesn't like it. But that's my favorite at the moment. Second, I would probably put plums. Again, my stomach doesn't agree with me. I don't care about my stomach. We can sit on the toilet for the rest of the day, just as long as I can eat my favorite fruits. And this is something that I really think about a lot when I try to eat fruits that I do like. Perhaps I shouldn't eat that many of everyone, but I do. Third, probably bananas. I'm not totally sure if pineapple is actually a fruit, but I don't really know. Melons. Is melons a fruit? Perhaps it is. Well, watermelons is my third. Yeah, that should be it. Now, apples are good as well. I don't really have any clear call about them, but when I was little, my father came home with a big box of winter apples that could last for all winter long, and we usually got one of those during weekends for dessert or some extra meal or something like that. You can always go down and get ourselves an apple, and they were really good. Nowadays I haven't found that type of apple again, so I'm not totally sure what type it was, but if I ever get it, I'll probably buy a box myself. Now, we always had some cool storage to have them in, so they were perfect during all winter long. Really like them. But apples otherwise, well, I did get apples from trees without asking permission, of course. We call that a pala. You pala apples. That is stealing apples without asking. But normally, when the trees were around us, you were allowed to get as many as you wanted. And nowadays, people don't actually pick their fruit trees anymore. So they're happy if you come by and pick them for them. I think I have contact at least with 4 or 5 different gardens that have that type of fruit trees. I can just go in and get whatever I want. And that's a bit strange. And of course my friend Lasse B, who is also a colleague, he's got plenty of plums, very, very good plums out in his garden. The old type of plums as well. It's not any new stuff. So that's my favorite fruits. I probably put clementines on top for this time, and plums, and then watermelons. If watermelon is a fruit, that is, of course. I can't really know that. Nevertheless. Yeah, and then probably bananas. Yeah. But bananas aren't that... Well, bananas have one very good thing about them. And this is actually something that I have for most of my fruit. If they're easy to peel, then I can eat them easily. I often like things that I can peel or cut easily, quick. Pineapples, for instance, I'm not good at. I can't handle pineapples. So I usually I buy them in cans. And pears is also something that I have hard to eat, but nowadays I've found some that are very easy to eat also. Right, what's your favorite fruit at the moment? Thanks for listening. Bye.